by pressing G. Here's a short explanation of how the claw works. By pressing num4 and num6, you can pull in and lower the claw. You can raise and lower the claw with the keys num8 and num2. By the way, you can center it in height by pressing num5. To rotate the claw, press num7 or num9. To pick up an object, open and close the claw by pressing num1 and num3. We received some tips via email as to what might realize a good price at an auction. We're talking about the original dishes with the White Star Line logo of the Titanic. It has to be fully intact though. This means we're going to need a plate and a pot made of porcelain that aren't broken. According to the files of previous dives, carried out by our dearly beloved competitors, we should discover the plate somewhere on the sea deck. But we're not just picking up any old plate, no. We're getting the one belonging to Mr. Thomson Beatty. More on that later. I think it's probably best if you place the Nephron close to the famous staircase and take the dive from there onto Deck C. Further to the north. Turn to the north. Further to the north. Forwards. Okay, as I can see, you're ready. Let's begin. By the way, if you feel like you have a good image in front of the lens, go for it. Take a picture. Okay, and now on to Deck C. More downwards. Now downwards. Downwards. Further downwards. Go east. Further downwards. More downwards. Further downwards. to the east. Further to the east. A little bit further. Backwards. You have to go east. Further to the east. Turn to the east. Now, go east. Turn towards east. Even further. Move forwards. A little bit further. Further. Turn to the east. To the right. To the right. More to the left. To the left. Left. More right. More right. To the left. Man, that was tough getting here. Good job at your end. This is Mr. Thompson Beatty's cabin. Let's grab that plate. But be careful, that thing can break. If you want to know more about Thompson, press I. There's not much to tell. He rose to become a successful businessman in the record-breaking time span of only 5 years. That's how he could afford such a fancy house in such a short period of time. In January 1912, Beatty and two friends set out on a sailing trip from New York to Italy. You could call it a winter holiday. In March, one of his friends became very ill. The other two were at the end of their tether as well and decided to return home, not on the sailboat, but on this new luxury liner called Titanic. Proudly, Thompson told his mother in a letter that he would be returning home on a true miracle of engineering. An unsinkable ship. Unfortunately, neither he or his friends survived the journey home. Okay, nice and easy. Now, come back to the Nephron. I hope you remember the way. Just received an interesting email. There's a rumor floating about that the pocket watch of Lord Ismay, managing director of the White Star Line, is supposedly still in his cabin. I suggest that we check on that right away. My goodness, the pocket watch of the Lord Ismay. That would be awesome. Alright, according to my files, you'll have to go to B deck. I'm not sure which cabin though. It should be somewhere in the range from B52 to B56. Further to the north. Further to the north. further to the north. Regarding the recovery, are you familiar with the book Raise the Titanic? I don't know what kind of drugs the author took for breakfast that morning, but they sure didn't do him any good. He seriously suggested blocking every leak and opening of the Titanic with an elastic seal exclusively developed modeling clay with special characteristics, so to speak. The seawater is then pushed out of the ship, and the Titanic blasted out of the mud with gigantic explosive charges. Finally, the Titanic reaches the surface floating and undamaged. This madness was also made into a film, but I'm not sure if they actually used the modeling clay. This reminds me of another expert. He set out to cover the Titanic with a huge wrapping and then pump liquid nitrogen into it, causing the water to freeze and eventually making the Titanic pop up like an ice cube in a whiskey glass. I believe the man had more than enough of just that substance. Okay, the watch has to be here somewhere, if it really exists. Given the size of such a tiny pocket watch, I suggest that we graze the cabin inch by inch. This is the foremost staircase. Should you require more information, check your PDA. Lord Ismay's watch. Incredible! This is the find of the century. It's unbelievable. You want me to tell you something about good old Lord Ismay? If yes, as usual, press I. We could use the Nephron to retrieve one of those spots with the White Star Line logo. I think I remember where I saw one. At the end of the Titanic, right there where she broke in half, lies a lot of junk scattered about on the bottom of the sea. Me thinks that's where I saw one of those spots. It's probably best you connect the camera system to the Nephron and we take a dive down there. Lord Ismay is actually called Joseph Bruce Ismay. He was the managing director of White Star Line and was one of the founding fathers of the three great ocean liners, Olympic, Britannic, and of course, the Titanic. According to historiography, Ismay is regarded as one of the persons responsible for the Titanic catastrophe. Rumor has it that Ismay bribed the captain to reach New York ahead of schedule in order to be able to create a scoop about the White Star Line. Even if Ismay had pressed him, the captain should always act in favor of the safety of the passengers. No matter what Ismay had asked of the captain, it is he who has the final say and the full responsibility. Other rumors claim that Ismay had dressed up as a woman in order to grift a seat in the lifeboat. However, other eyewitnesses have claimed that Ismay's behavior during the evacuation was exemplary. He tried to calm down the panicking people and escorted the women around him to the lifeboats, thereby politely pushing aside the male passengers. This, however, has been left out of the various recollections of the events, and a bad reputation was pinned on Bruce Ismay, turning him into a villain and coward in the numerous films and books. The truth will probably never be known. A battery check tells me that we should hurry up a bit. Don't forget to watch your oxygen supply. Don't forget, when the oxygen bar turns red, you've got a problem. Okay, off we go to the bottom of the sea. Even further. Forwards. Even further. Don't forget to watch your oxygen supply. A little bit further. A little bit further. Even further. further. A battery check tells me that we should hurry up a bit. Move forwards. Move forwards. Further. Even further. Don't forget, when the oxygen bar turns red, you've got a problem. Even further. Further. Further backwards. The oxygen supply is running low. Turn to the west. Backwards. Now north. Watch it. The oxygen display's in the yellow area. More to the right. Oxygen's running low. Make sure you watch the display. To the right. Looking at your oxygen display, you might want to speed it up a little. Can you hurry up? Oxygen's running low. More to the left. Don't forget to watch your oxygen supply. Left. More to the left. To the left. Further to the left. Left. More to the right. More to the left. A battery check tells me that we should hurry up a bit. More to the right. To the right. To the right. Don't forget to watch your oxygen supply. Further to the right. To the right. There you go. What did I tell you? Now all we have to do is to retrieve the pod carefully. Take your time and don't forget, if the pod breaks, it has no use to us. Don't forget, when the oxygen bar turns red, you've got a problem.